Alright, this is a picture history of Jewish civilization. Alright, I don't got no cover for it, but I can put the title page up there if need be. And if you're looking at the names, you can see we didn't put this book together. You feel me? So what the world know that you don't know? That's the question. What does the world know that you ain't figured out, so-called black man, woman, and child of America? Alright, now this right here, we're going to go over to page 9. And this says the Hebrews of the biblical period. Let me know when you got a close-up on that. I'm going to read the caption.
That picture to the right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it.
You got it? Alright, now I'm going to read this. Now this is on the walls in Egypt. It's on the walls in Egypt. Why Seti Spaghetti and any of these other clowns claiming that there ain't no proof of no slaves in Egypt or no Hebrews in Egypt. You men are liars, man. I don't even know what. Like it's proof that you've been entertaining demons. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a big campaign out there to discredit the scripture, but you can't discredit it. It's airtight. It links right up with scripture. It links right up with scripture. Anytime you can pull a source, you got that?
Yep.
Anytime you can pull a secular source, man, and then link it up with the scripture, and them secular sources don't even be for the scripture. You feel me? But the fact that they speaking against it only shows you that the scripture is real. Now the caption says, a Shemitic prisoner. Shemitic prisoner. Painted on terracotta from the period of the 19th dynasty. You can find this in Lavara, Paris now. Period of the 19th dynasty, man. Look at that. Ain't no proof of no Israelites in Egypt. Man, you people are lying, man. For real. Alright, I got another one. You got that?
Yep.
Alright, we're going to go over another one. This picture up here. To my right. Get a close-up on that. These are slaves in Egypt with yokes of iron around their neck, like yokes of iron will put around your neck here in the Americas. But notice their color. Very
dark.
So one dark-skinned nation conquered another dark-skinned nation. You see that? That's undeniable. You can't get past that. You cannot get past that. Now, it says for the caption, and if you look close, showing you some of our people were dealing with that six-pointed, what they call a shield or a hexagram. If you look close, you can see 6 points on some of their clothes on it. But it says the thousands of war captives who were transformed into slaves made it possible for the Egyptian kings to implement their feats of engineering. Chained captives are shown on these painted clay facing plaques from a building erected by Ramses II in honor of the king's brave warriors from the period of the 19th dynasty. And you can find this in Paris as well. While he was talking about finding the 42 negative confessions in a museum in Britain. All right, and these are brothers that was chained captives in Egypt. You can't get past that. You cannot get past that. Let's get that Exodus, brother. Let's read that Exodus.
Also, brother, while you was doing that, I went on and looked up that founder of Egyptology.
Okay. Yeah.
Why they trying to say the Bible is a white man's religion?
Right.
Egyptology came post or after the 1611.
Yeah, it did.
So right here, go ahead and get that to you. Check it out. Show that to him. You got the camera. Yeah, show it to him. And we
John Francis. John Francis who?
Champollion.
Champollion. That's your father of Egyptology right there. It would have never been no Dr. Ben Jochannan or no Seti or no Ashraf Crazy or none of these characters.
So you get your doctrine from a white man.
From a Frenchman. You see that?
You got it out? And that's from the Brit-HaHadashah website. But you can search that out. And hopefully the brother got a good picture of it for you. And got the name spelling real good for you. Because it's right there, B. Did you get that name spelling out? It's
Yeah,
Jean, Jean dash Francois space CHAMPOLLION. You can Google that, and it's with the world of information world right at your fingertips. You can find out all that you need to find out about who was the founder of the scientific Egyptology.
Yeah, we got another one right here. It goes into the upper row of the painting from the tomb of Nahat at Thebes. Shows workmen gathering and pressing grapes. And they in their drawers. Mind you, this is not Egyptian royalty. The wine was stored in tapered jugs with bore inscriptions indicating the year, kind of wine, vineyard, proprietor of the vineyard, and the vine dresser. The bottom row shows a hunter with a snare. Now that's at the bottom of this right here. Bottom of that. You get a close up on that down there. All right. You can't get around that, man. And remember, this book is called a pictorial history of Jewish civilization, man. We didn't put this together. You want to hide something from a Negro, put it in the book. They always say that. And over here shows them collecting grain, and it's a taskmaster. The dude over there up here with the stick, that's the overseer in Egypt. Showing you that there were different class rankings in Egypt.
Massa.
There was masters ruling over slaves. If not, it wouldn't have been a taskmaster, man.
We wonder why people call him Massa. It's Hebrew.
Yeah. Oppressor.
Oppressor.
All right, let's get this Exodus chapter 1. Exodus chapter 1.
Starting at the 6th verse?
Yeah, let's read Exodus chapter 1. Exodus chapter 1, 6 through 14. Exodus chapter 1, 6 through 14. You got it out?
Got it. Go. Exodus chapter 1, starting at the 6th verse. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all the generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and come to pass that, when they falleth out of any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us. And so get them up out of the land.
We just showed pictures of chained war captives. Made it possible for the kings of Egypt for their engineering feats. All right, so they had to deal with us slickly and wisely. Come on, brother.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters.
We just showed you a picture of a taskmaster. So who were the people that were being forced to work? If the taskmaster was up top with the stick in his hand, who was those people then? It had to be the children of Israel. And they were in their drawers, working, forced labor. Come on, bro.
Verse 11 again. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Man, we just showed you that. It said made it possible for the kings to build what? The thousands of war captives who were transformed into slaves made it possible for the Egyptian kings to implement their feats of engineering. Chain captives are shown on these painted clay facing plaques from a building erected by Ramses II. They built for Ramses?
Ramses?
Ramses II.
Right there.
In honor of the king's brave warriors from the period of the 19th dynasty. One more time, brethren. Is this the Bible?
You know, growing up, before you get the truth, you always wondered. They always said blacks, we enslaved each other, blacks. Right. It was all dark-skinned people, but they was from different nations.
Different nations.
The scriptures give you the understanding on what was really happening.
Come on, man. Yeah,
Show that taskmaster.
Show the taskmaster. There's over to the left. This one. Read on down to 14, brother.
All right. Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
See that? Sound familiar? Like the picking of cotton from sun up to sundown, like the raping, the castrating, the lynching, the burning at the stake. You see that? It's what we living is a modern day parallel to what we was living back then. Look on the back of your dollar bill. There's a pyramid on it.
Let's hit that Deuteronomy.
Dude, that's it.
And we was calling them mass over here, wasn't we?
Yeah, that was 14?
Yeah, we got 14 to read. Wanna go
Yeah,
ahead?
yeah,
Go
Okay.
ahead, read that.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. All their services wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
With rigor. Hard bondage, man. Which one you need to do around me, bro?
We're just going to go ahead and hit it right at 68.
Okay, Deuteronomy
Just to
28.
show 'em. Deuteronomy 28:68. Now, we just read what just happened in Egypt during those days. We're going to look at a future one. 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
So you going back into bondage by way of ships. Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord your God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Egypt means house of bondage. You going back into the house of bondage or slavery, but this time by ships. So who and when did that happen? Every Negro in America can relate to that one. You arrived here by way of cargo slave ships, man. That prophecy applies to you. All right, come on, bro.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We ain't seen Jerusalem since we left Jerusalem, man.
That's right.
That is all 12 tribes.
That's right.
Come on, bro.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And in this captivity, you're going to be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. That's a slave, man. That's a slave. That's bondage. That's the removal of all culture, identity, any type of understanding of who you are as a people. That's in the Bible. That don't apply to Steven Spielberg and them gutter rats that call themselves Jewish. Come on, brother.
And no man shall buy you.
If you go into the Hebrew, it means redeem you. So none of your leaders that you trusted in